Greetings, Chain Champions all over the world. Welcome to Live with Chatufa. We are looking at issues that are happening in our nation and giving you updates of what is happening as we continue to look at days that are going by one after the other towards the freedom of the Zimbabwean people. It's very, very exciting to continue to watch what is happening in the nation. And of course, the updates are indicating that there is a lot that is happening in the nation. And I can assure you that we are getting closer and closer to where we are going. With the kind of atrocities that we have seen in Mnangagwa, afflicting on Zimbabwean people, more and more people have come out speaking, more and more organizations, and all over the world, there's been serious condemnation of what Emmerson Mnangagwa is doing. And the youth activists in Zimbabwe, they've spoken out against Mnangagwa's human rights abuses. And this continues to be an issue, a thorny issue, really, within the region itself, as the region does not know how to deal with Emmerson Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF. So we are still watching as more and more calls are coming in from different organizations, pressure groups, politicians all over the world who are speaking against the idea of this SADC summit being held in Zimbabwe, especially considering what is happening to the Zimbabwean people, where Emmerson Mnangagwa is coming out heavy-handed on the people of Zimbabwe, all in the name of this SADC summit. So SADC itself is not yet said or given a statement, but we have seen quite a lot of controversy coming from South Africa, of course, with some official of the ANC wanting to come into the corner of Mnangagwa, defending Mnangagwa for what he's doing in Zimbabwe. And of course, there was a backlash on him, a serious backlash, and also a voice that came from the DA in South Africa, which has condemned what is happening in Zimbabwe and also continued to encourage SADC to do something about this, especially even moving that summit from Zimbabwe. But of course, Varakasi are coming out very, very bitter and angry. We are hearing them saying the DA, they are not the leaders of the coalition. And we saw that being written by quite a lot of Varakasi. You know, the coalition is a coalition. You don't say no, somebody is a leader, somebody is a what, because both people need each other. The ANC could not do it alone. If they didn't, if the DA was not important, the ANC could have simply gone ahead and done that thing on their own. But the fact that they need somebody else, that already shows a difference. So that is exactly what we are saying, that there is no way that the voice of the DA can be ignored in South Africa. The voice of the DA will continue to be heard, because as long as they are also still a part of the GNU in South Africa, they definitely will be speaking. And that will make life very, very difficult for the ANC, especially if they may want to continue to support Emmerson Mnangagwa the way that they've supported him for a very long time. Not only Mnangagwa, but Mugabe also. From the days of Mugabe, we've seen them coming out so strongly and supporting the wrongs that were done in Zimbabwe. And we've always been speaking and saying it's so ironic that things that they can't allow in their own countries are the things that they are supporting when they happen in a neighboring country, or because some of them are politically connected to ZANU-PF, some they have some business interest with the ZANU-PF, and that's why they can't find themselves condemning ZANU-PF at any cost. But it's unfortunate that these politicians are also losing ground in their own countries because of all this that they are doing. They are becoming unpopular. They are losing ground. We've seen the ANC becoming less and less popular in South Africa, with them getting 41% somewhere there of the election. That was a bad start. That was a bad, stance that we see them at this point, because where we are going, nobody knows if they are going to ever gain again, because the DA is coming out so powerfully, of course, with the other parties that are surrounding. So this is what's happening. So we've had also the young people coming to speak out. The youth activists in Zimbabwe are coming out bravely and speaking, condemning Emmerson Mnangagwa for what he is doing in Zimbabwe and what he has done to the citizens of Zimbabwe, and the abductions, the arrests, the killings, and all the things that we have seen him doing. And they have continued to call out Emmerson Mnangagwa to order that he may stop what he is doing. So some of them have spoken out and are coming right on camera and are not even afraid to express their views on what is happening in the country.
It's very unfortunate that towards SADC summit, ahead of SADC summit, we expect that Zimbabwe was going change economically, social, and politically in terms of engagement with the regional leaders and all international players. However, as we can see right now, the arrest, there are torture and abductions which are being happening towards ahead of summit. Why are all the suffering? Why all the torturing? Why all the abductions? We are just citizens who are just airing out their views, airing out their own opinions. Why torturing each and every citizen? Why arresting? Recently, we are having that the Secretary General of Amalgamated of Law Teachers Union of Zimbabwe, Robson Chere, was arrested alongside with Namatem Kwekwe and Kandela Samuel. Previous last week, we also witnessed that more than 50 students were being arrested just because they're airing on their views. We urge the government to respect humanity. We urge the government to respect human rights. We urge the government not to crack down towards human rights abuses. Thank you very much.
So young people are speaking out, and we continue to say, young people, this is the time to speak out. May we continue to hear the voices of the young people, because the future belongs to the young people. And the very same future that we are talking about is being destroyed by Emmerson Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF. People that are 87, 88 years old, people that are next to their grave, are busy destroying the future for the young people. So young people of Zimbabwe must join. Right now, as we speak in Bangladesh, there is already chaos. The students have come out, and we hear reports that the dictator has already vacated a household because the young people have come out in full force. And I understand it's a woman, for that matter, in Bangladesh. So the people have come out in their masses, in massive numbers, and they are fighting so hard. And that is a sign that we are always saying that all dictatorships are going to be in serious problems this time around, because the wind of change is blowing. And that wind of change is what is going to cause many changes to happen, many governments to fall, especially these governments that are disrespectful, that don't don't respect the laws of their own land, and breaching constitution, and arresting and torturing people, like what we are seeing happening in Zimbabwe. Mnangagwa is not going to get away with this, no matter how much he may try. But this season of his end has come. It may be very, very painful, but still, this is the season of the end, and the end has finally come. And freedom for Zimbabwe is coming. So no matter what they do, whatever that happens, we know that Zimbabwe is going to be free, and that freedom is a portion for the Zimbabwean people. So this is what it is, family. We are just giving you updates of what is happening in the nation as we continue to be looking into the events that are leading to the total freedom of Zimbabwe. We say, let us fight on, let's rise up as Zimbabweans and continue to demand the freedom. And this freedom is definitely going to be coming very, very soon. Thank you so much for joining me on this show. Subscribe to the channel, like and share if you have not done so. We'll give you more updates as we continue to go. You remain blessed.